Truth Man here, and the channel is the No Majors, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So listen, y'all know it's Sunday sermon later on. Y'all know I like to do a video or two sometimes before I do Sunday sermon. Y'all, and just so you know, I'm the 2025 Prophet Edition. I'm not the Biblical Prophet Edition, and although I do learn from them, I do quote them, but I'm the Most High's 2025 version, because people got to be able to relate to you. They got to be able, you got to be approachable, and you got, like, I could deal with the rich, I could deal with the poor, I could deal with everyone, because the Most High basically equipped me in those ways and equipped me in those ways. So one day you might see me dressed like this. Another day you might see me in a suit. Another day you might see me in a polo. This, stop judging by outward appearance. He told you not to do that. But today, on this video, what time is this? 11:25. I want to talk about how, when it comes to dating and relationships, nearly everything is bait. You gotta treat life, when it comes to women, as a man, like you're a fisherman in the sea. Now, you know that you can fish in the lake, you can fish in the pond, you can fish in the ocean, you can fish in the sea, you can fish in the river, you can fish in the creek, because all of them have fish in them. But where guys mess up is they don't understand bait. Like, I'm not saying I'm an expert fisherman. I'm pretty good. Like, I got a guy. Yeah, I learned, like he younger than me, but we grew up together. And it's like he had uncles and his grandfather, all of them used to teach him fishing. So he taught all of us how to tie bait, you know, and fish and stuff like that. You got to be willing to learn from other people, for one. And from the fact that I learned from him, I started fishing on my own. I started fishing. We had this, like, where I grew up at, it's still there, but I think they might have dried some of it out. We had a Milwaukee River, and it flowed close to my house, right? Like, the Milwaukee River goes through Lincoln Park, which is basically the neighborhood that I grew up in. So we used to go over there and fish, but you wasn't gonna catch walleyes up in there. You might catch a snapping turtle, you might catch Asian carp or a carp, you might catch a bullhead. We knew that. See, and let me tell y'all something before I get into this. If y'all hear any of these bigger content creators like trying to use my stuff or quote stuff I'm saying and not give me credit, let me know. I'm cooking to everybody. Because these dudes, they got to stop doing that, man. Every time I use their stuff, I give them credit. But let me get back to what I'm saying. We already know that if I fish in the Milwaukee River, that I'm going to get bullhead, snapping turtles, carp, you might get a crab. And the Milwaukee River is dirty. So you don't eat the fish from the Milwaukee River. I remember when I was a kid, I probably was like 14. I was told my guys, I said, I want to see what happened if I put these in the fish tank. I caught all these big old carps, man. And I put them in the fish tank, and they lived as long as the water that they were used to was high enough. When that water started draining out, I tried to put the regular water in there and they died. Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Most High, it's a lot to be learned just from the atmosphere, just from everyday things. So what be happening is guys be trying to find the top fish in the dirty river. It's not gonna happen. We got these bars here, these hood bars. I'm not gonna dog none of them out, so I'm not gonna say the name. You meet a woman in there. The fact that she's willing to be in there should tell you something right then and there. If you looking for a wife, you probably not gonna find her in there. You gonna have to, guys be trying to take women out of their habitat like I did those carp. And they all died. And I had a bunch of full fish just practically sitting in our garbage. And parents like, man, what is that smell? And some of y'all parents like, man, what is that smell? Because you tried to throw away them carp that you shouldn't have never had. So you got to understand bait. And everything is bait. Money is bait. Money is like a bait that works on most fish. So when you got money or you plan on having money, you're not going to go down in the hood, are you? You're not going to go for a woman that has drug problems, are you? Vetting is bait. You want to vet a woman out to see how she responds to it. See, I got off track, man, not understanding the Most High. Like, I loved him, I was with him, but I didn't understand to the level I do now. Because people will be brainwashing you. That how you thinking you have to be a certain type of way to be with the Most High. And they'll be using it against you, but in favor of them, like in their own favor. And so I didn't understand the things that I understand now about women. And that's part of why I'm finna be divorced. You can't blame it all on her. I started simping. I got away from what I knew, and I didn't know everything I needed to know. That's why y'all young dudes definitely need to be on here. Don't let none of these preachers. And I want to say to y'all, make sure y'all in there today, because I'm about to give you scriptures why I think the way I do. And bring your preacher. If he don't agree with me, bring your preacher. Bring your preacher. It's time some of these preachers start learning too. They want to preach. Y'all be rejecting prophets because you got more money than them or you got more members than them. Man, if the Most High is talking to them and not you, and you reject them, you're not going to learn. That's why the church is cooked, deep fried, like fries. The church is cooked. The church is about to burn up. Because ain't no word. They still talking about Jonah, but can't relate Jonah to 2025. And then after they done talking about Jonah, they say, close the doors. Don't let nobody out of here until we get $10,000. And then the other dudes is trying to make jokes about him, but they be doing it in their own way. So, you got to understand bait. Abs is bait. Being in shape is bait. Being an alpha for some is bait. Having a nice car is bait. So when you present your bait, you want to make sure you fishing in the right spot. You don't want to be down at the Cutthroat Bar in a Lamborghini. Okay, you know what's going to happen? The people that's riding past going to see one of them little ghetto dudes with you in a headlock fighting. And he might take your car if he knock you out. You don't go to a fat man's club pulling your shirt up, showing your abs. Them fat dudes will take turns doing a full body splash on you. You ain't gonna be no skinny dude going somewhere that say fat man only. You ain't gonna be no fat dude going somewhere to say skinny man only, is you? You gotta understand bait. Game is bait. Knowing how to shoot your shot is bait. Knowing when to keep it short and when to talk a little more is bait. Knowing how to maneuver around women is bait. Like when you talking to somebody, you gotta realize everybody ain't the same. Like, I'll be like, man, she reject you, that's the end. It normally should be. But you gotta know every now and then it's that one that she been hurt to the point, she a good woman, she just been hurt too bad. So you gotta be a little more patient. It don't happen too often. But you, like, knowing, having wisdom is bait. Having discernment is bait. All of this stuff is bait. And so when you get ready to go fishing, you're supposed to have all of your tools in the tackle box. All of your bait, they're supposed to be in the tackle box for what you want to catch. Now, if you keep everything in the tackle box, then of course you open up the tackle box and you go through there and get the stuff that you want to use as bait. You don't use catfish bait on perch. Because guess what's going to happen? You ain't going to catch nothing. When you using worms, you got to know, okay, the fishing that I'm finna do, if I cast a bait out there with a worm on it, do the fish that's in that particular body of water like worms? That's how you got to think. And what's fishing? It's recreation. It's for your amusement. Unless you plan on going pro. Going pro symbolizes the woman that's more than just a catch. You got to be able to figure that out. And it shouldn't be just because she light-skinned and got big titties, a big booty, pretty feet. If you looking for something more than just recreation only, then hopefully the one that you caught is more than recreation only. Me personally, if that's all they have to offer, then I could look at them on the internet and take care of myself. Or how much you say, 200? And I'm not condoning it. But some guys, that's your best bet. Because these women, I was just watching the Kevin Samuels clip earlier, and we about to close this out. And on the clip, he was explaining to the woman why you don't challenge a man because you can't whoop him. And he was talking about how he don't understand how these women be talking to the man, acting like they do, and they know they can't whoop him. You shouldn't be in no situations like that. The first time she tried to fight you, I don't care if you did have a side chick. That should be it. Because if you choke her up, you do something to her, the police is going to be like Mighty Mouse. Here I come to save the day. They shouldn't have to save the day. Because y'all women need to stop fighting dudes, and y'all dudes need to stop hitting on these women. If they ain't doing what you want, saying what they want, what you want, you should have enough charisma, savvy, game, and confidence within yourself to get your stuff and leave. But y'all dudes is walking around here painting your nail. Y'all walking around here like y'all need women. That's how I know. Any man that think he need a woman, you don't know God like that. You want them. You don't need them. Let's get it straight. Oh, so let's talk about what some of y'all got. So you need somebody to talk crazy to you that you got to do everything for? That's a boss. That's a job. We all know that most people ain't getting rich off no job. You ain't getting nothing but trouble and getting told what to do. We all know that, right? At least I hope y'all do. But we're going to talk about this later, how a woman is not supposed to be your boss. They know that if you get on to them, they're going to call the police. You shouldn't be with no woman with that in the back of her mind where she talking crazy to you, disrespecting you, and then if you got to get up on her, she going to call the police on you. She shouldn't have been talking crazy. Y'all dudes got to stop. Listen, man. Speaking of fishing, who in their right mind is going to fish anywhere where a whale or a great white is? Something that could eat you up somehow. I know I wouldn't. If I go fishing, they be like, well, we finna fish in the Bering Sea or some stuff. You're like, not me. It ain't that serious. I remember that video where the whale practically had to save them dudes from the shark. The whale jumped up and collided with the shark so strong. It's on YouTube. You can see it that the shark practically died midair. But whales can't be trusted either. They've been attacking people. Although a whale is the smartest fish in the water, according to some researchers. You better leave them whales alone. You can't fish for them. And I'm not talking about fat girl. Because listen, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I like some of them fat girls. I ain't going to lie about it. Y'all know I'm the truth, man. I ain't one to say, man, I don't like no fat girls. Not me. Just like I ain't going to say I don't like no skinny girl. It just depends. It depends. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to go in more in depth later on. 3:30. If I'm not there at 3:30, sometime I'll be running late sometime. If I'm not there at 3:30, just keep popping on my channel to see if you see the dot to say I'm live. Y'all be there, man. We got to get this stuff straightened out, man, because some of y'all is looking for something that you don't know what. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get a lot of frustration and heartbreak. Some of y'all already experiencing that because you don't know how to fish. You don't know how to navigate, and you don't know how your mind as a man is supposed to be towards women. I don't care how cute you are, how much money you got. You got more money than me. You not moving me with none of that. Either you gonna get with me or you not. If you not, okay then. We already established that. Next. I ain't gonna be staring in the dark room rocking, ready to do something to myself because this woman or that woman didn't like me. The devil is a lie. But we'll see y'all later, man. And part of fishing, man, y'all know the fisherman day is going to come to an end. When he closed that tackle box, it's like he did this.